Hi folks, it's William Everhart with Quarantine Studio, and in this episode I want to do an inbox review of the Conan Brutal model kit. You may have seen the inbox review of our pre-paint statue. This is essentially the same sculpt, only no paint. So let's take a look at what we have here. First, we have a box. In the previous video, we didn't have a box ready because they were still at the factory. So now you can see the actual box that you'll get in both the pre-paint and the kit form. So with this box, you have the Conan logo, of course, and then, of course, the Hyboria map behind it. All of the lands that Conan defeated and ruled over. So that wraps all the way around the box here. And really, really nice. If you come around to the back of the box, we have a brief story about the statue itself, kind of where Conan is and why we went with the design that we went with on that. So there you have it, a really nice, handsome box. I could say more about the box because I'm the person that designs all of the packaging here for Quarantine Studio. I'm really proud of this piece, along with all the other ones, and I do it for you guys. I want you to have a nice display piece, even if it's sitting inside the box. So I'm going to get rid of the box here for just a moment and make room for the kit itself. Now, once you open up the box, you have this huge chunk of styrofoam here. And one of the things that we like to do here at Quarantine Studio is on the top of these boxes, when you open that external box, this is what you're going to see here at the very top. There are some little notches here for your hand, and it makes it easy for you to grab a hold of this, pull the box out. That way you're not having to tip it upside down and do some crazy acrobatics there just to get the kit out of the box. So once you get it out of the box, there are two definite sides to it. There is a top and a bottom. How are you going to know? Well, right here. We put the Quarantine logo right on the top panel. So if you don't see the Quarantine logo, don't open the box, flip it over, locate the Quarantine Studio logo, and then you know you have your kit facing up. All right, once you open that up, you'll see there's different cavities in here to keep all the parts in play, and it's really great. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff about that too. So let me put this aside, and let's take a look at what we have inside the box. Inside the box, you have only six parts to this kit. And so it's going to make it really easy for you to put this thing together and start painting right away. Now, unlike some of our other unpainted pre-paints in the past, we did not have this particular piece assembled. Now, there are a few parts that were already assembled and glued in place, but we kept it really simple like this to make it easy to paint. And so once again, this is all about modelers here. Now, if you're new to modeling, I don't want you to freak out about this because this is very easy to assemble and very easy to paint. And so let's just take a look at what we have. 6 individually bagged parts. They each have their own little spot. They each have their own little bags for them. And let's just take them out real quick. All right. So when you're unpackaging this, you want to take the base out first. Now, we have this done for a reason. One, part of the base has been assembled. There's it used to be in 2 parts here. Now it's just 1. There used to be a column piece here that was separate. You'll note that on this particular case, it has been glued in place. It has been seamed. So all you have to do is just clean this up a little bit with some soap and water, prime it, you're ready to start painting. Now, we take the base out because it overhangs part of the other statue. This column actually hangs over another part here, so you want to take it out first. But there's a second reason for doing that. It was planned this way. When you take this base out first, now you have a nice stand to put Conan on. So I'm going to take Conan out here, slide him out of the bag. There we go. And so on his back foot, you have a huge square peg for locating, and then another pin here just to hold him in place. And so if I just turn this around, he'll slide right in there. Get the locating pins in place, and now it's he won't topple. He's nice and secure. And if you're like me, I actually use this as a paint stand. So the way I do this is I would wrap the base maybe in a little saran wrap or perhaps even one of these little bags here, and then put the Conan piece on top of it. I can paint hands-free. If I need to, pick it up, paint a little bit, and I have a place to sit him and not disturb my paint work. All right. So there is that. The rest of this is pretty much as you saw the if you saw the buildup of the faux bronze, then you know exactly how this works. There is a handpiece here that has the big, huge battle axe here. The way I would approach this is to use rare earth magnets. Put a rare earth magnet here, put one up here in his arm, and then this will actually click into place. There's really no seam work involved in that. And if you do it this way, then you can remove this arm, put it right back in the box, and travel with it. We've done that with the other components as well. The next component would be the sword. With the sword, we use a friction fit. So it has a nice big locating pin here, and then this extension here of a little metal pin. And that just goes way on into his leg there. And if I give this a little twist to get it to locate right there, then you can locate that pin, push it in, and it'll stay there as long as you don't jostle the piece around. It's just, like I said, a friction fit works great. And then finally, we have his shield and the arm that's holding the shield. Now, the shield itself is independent. There's a big locating pin and a pin here in the center of it. And with this, you're going to take the last piece here, and with it, you can see that the hand is there, and whatever this strap is, or whatever it is that actually bolts into the back of the shield, that's all one piece. So this makes it really easy for you to paint the flesh tones and the leathers and things like that that are on the hand, and then also paint the back of the shield independently. So what I would do is just the areas where these two pieces glue together, the pins and reciprocating holes there, I would just, leave those unpainted. That way the glue will adhere to the raw material here itself and make for a tighter bond. Here's the really cool thing about it, and I'll show you a detailed shot of this a little later on. But if I glue these two components together, now I'm down to 5 pieces, really. And so I can take this to a show, take it out, and I can assemble it. Here's the really cool thing about it. These two pieces are going to be glued together. If I take them and I drop them right back into the same spot where the shield came out, we have compensated for the hand to be glued in place for you. So it can sit right here in place, no harm, no foul will come to those two pieces. Once again, I like using the rare earth magnets to hold the arms on. It just works really great for me. If you come to one of our shows and I have the kit piece that I have there, the faux bronze, then that's what you'll see. You can actually check it out for yourself, and you see how well those things work. If you want a little more information about that, be sure to check out my YouTube build-up of the Conan as a faux bronze. Be sure to check that out. It's about a 12 or 13-part series, and you get to watch me walk through every step of the process, and I think it's a great little series. You'll enjoy it. All right, well, that's it. Next, I'm going to turn the camera around and focus in here on the box and get you a little closer look as to what comes in the box. All right, so here is just a closer view of what's in the box. As I said, it comes as 6 pieces. You have the sword, the hand, the shield, the other hand, and then Conan himself and the base. Now, if you plan to assemble this and perhaps even travel with it, then you probably want to reuse this box. And so what we've done for you here is with the shield and the hand, like I said before, you can paint and assemble these. And then once they are assembled, we have left space here in the box so that you can place this right back in place. And there you go. Nice tight fit. It'll stay there for the ride. But the rest of the kit here, it's all assembled. So now, if you got it to this point, you have 5 major components: the shield and hand, Conan, the base, the other hand, and the sword. And in this way, it can travel, and you can feel comfortable knowing that your hard work is not going to be damaged here. But that's it. All of the components here that you get with this particular kit. If you want to see more details as to what you're actually going to get here, closer up views, take a look at my build-up of this kit, where I had the same exact kit, same exact pieces, straight from the same mold, except I had a primer coat on it to begin with. But I really go into all the details and really show you all of the nice little sculpted-in details that are on this particular kit. So I can't say enough great things about it. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really excited about this piece. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I think you're going to enjoy it too. All right, folks. Well, that's it. Conan the Brutal as a model kit. Now, as you can see, it comes in the raw. It is just the raw resin here. and it comes down in 6 pieces. We did that so to make it easier for our model builders to be able to paint this particular piece. There are a few pieces that were glued on for you, but like I said, I don't think that's going to conflict with the painting process. It's still very accessible to all these different components here. There should be very little, if any, cleanup whatsoever on the pieces, and so you should be ready to start putting it together and start painting. And also, don't forget that when you want to travel with this, the foam box that comes with it, these parts should fit right back in there. So if you keep the major components like the arms here and the sword off of it, use the rare earth magnets to attach those, or maybe some other method, whatever works for you. You should be able to fit this right back inside of this box and travel with it with the knowledge that your hard work that you put into this piece is not going to be damaged because of a part rolling around in there. So very, very awesome. Also extremely limited. If you want one of these, you better act fast. I want to put a link down here. In fact, I'll pop it up here right now so that you can see it. You'll just go to our website, quarantinestudio.com, and you can find this kit and plenty of other ones. But just click the link down below, and it'll take you right to this page so you can go ahead and start ordering. Now, also don't forget that you get a handsome outer box here. Can't say enough about it. It's great. I don't know who the guy is that did this, but he is awesome. I'm just kidding with you, folks. I'm not that conceited, but it is a very handsome box, and I hope you appreciate it. We hope you appreciate the kit. We love bringing this stuff to you, and we're going to keep on doing it. All right? So we'll see you next time.